Good morning, guys. WCU Cougar X. All right, we're gonna head up to Tukwila right now. Northwest Rally Association is having a little class slash seminar entitled Prep, Race, Repeat. Basically, how to get your car ready for the rallycross season. So I've never been in one of these, so it'd be fun. All right, so here we are. I opted to take the Fozzie up there, just kind of shake her down a little bit more. This will probably be the longest trip she's ever been on since I've owned her. And just thinking about it, I've owned her for exactly a year today. Huh. That's weird. I didn't even think about that. That's cool. Anyway, she's still holding up pretty good. Got a couple little issues here and there that I'm trying to work through, but now I'm working on my VA STI, so yeah, we'll see how far I can get on this. And plus, this beautiful Pacific Northwest sunshine just keeps blessing us most days of the week. So yeah, I probably should invest in one of those pop-up canopies or whatever. I don't know. I guess that's a sign of a true Subaru mechanic is laying down in a mud puddle working on your car, but we'll see. So our class starts about 12:15 today and runs until 1:30. Prior to that, from 11 to about 1:30, they're actually having like a rally car slash rally cross car show up in Tukwila at a place called, gosh, I don't even remember, like Open Garage or something like that. It's a place where you can rent lifts, and anyways, it's just like a big shop that you can work on your car. I think you have to rent the space like hourly or something like that, but it should be interesting. They're going to go over how to prep your car, maintain your car, and what to do with your car if you are indeed going to rally cross it. So I don't know. I'm always hoping to go and learn something, so I think they'd be kind of cool to get with the community to see what's up with up. So both workshops are sold out. I believe the first workshop has like 36 people, and our workshop number 2 has like 34 or something like that. I don't know, but it's all going to be hands-on, so I'm really looking forward to it. And the best part of it, it's free. So, all right, to be continued. All right, guys, we made it. So looks like there's a small turnout of rallycross cars. There's a 1 or 2 stage rally cars over there, so we're going to do a quick walkthrough to see what's going on here. Yeah, so as far as rallycross goes, there's not much in the way of safety equipment that's required, other than that it's road safe, if you will. Also, the only other thing is that the drivers and co-drivers, if there's anybody else in the car, has to have a helmet on. So that's it. Just going to do a quick walk through here. Look at the cars. And this is one of the stage rally cars. I'm not sure what that is, but all right. And I've got a couple cars across the way here.
Just like going and grabbing it, like, all right,
Alright, so just driving home from the Northwest Rally class that we just took, regards to vehicle maintenance and things to watch out for with your rallycross car. Thank you, Katie and Keto, for putting on this class. It was invaluable. You know, I've been working on cars for a while, and I didn't think I was going to learn anything, but I certainly learned something today. Of course, my emphasis was not on rallycross type maintenance, but I did learn a few pointers. One of the biggest I learned was when I replaced the brake system on this Forester. I replaced it not with OEM rubber lines, but I went with the aftermarket stainless steel lines, thinking, you know, it's tougher, it's going to withstand the test of time. However, that's not the case with rallycross. A single little rock could actually put those brake lines out of commission. So Keto basically recommended that we take a piece of, you know, like heater hose line or some kind of rubberized hose, cut a slit and zip tie that to the brake lines to kind of protect it from rocks and whatnot, because, you know, stainless steel is not a forgiving material and rubber is, so it's best to protect it as much as possible. Also, in discussing the different rallycross classes, there's 3 different classes that you race under. My intention was to stay in the stock class. Now, I asked the question, okay, is stock? And it wasn't actually the case. Now, the definition of stock is how your car came exactly from the factory. That is stock. In other words, I thought if I took stock calipers and rotors off of the 06 WRX and put them on the 05 Forester, that would be good to go. It is not. So what I did to myself was I actually, by doing that, I'm in the next class up, which is the prepared class. So when you are modifying your car, or if you are upgrading parts to your car, keep that in mind, what class you wish to race in. If you want to race in stock class, make sure you keep everything absolutely stock the way she came from the factory. So the reason why I went with the WRX setup is because those are the 2 and 4 pot wheel calipers that will allow me to put 15-inch rally wheels on this car at a later date. So kind of an innocent mistake, but you know, ignorance is not bliss. Unfortunately, I did not hold on to my stock calipers and rotors. They went right into the garbage after I was done with them. So yeah, I wish I would have held on to them at this point. But now it opens up more modifications I can do to this car now that I'm in the next level up with the prepared class. So I have to go back and review the notes from the SCCA and kind of go from there. All right. Highly recommend the class if you guys are considering rallycross, or just, you know, if you're doing off-roading. I mean, it's exactly the same thing that we're going to be talking about. So, all right. We do have a novice class coming up in April that I plan on going to, where we're going to take our cars up and do a little mock race. So we'll see. All right. Until then, WCU Cougar X out.